All right. For our second project, we did basically a pitching machine for our robot. The requirements, just to begin with, is to start with to have it shoot 3 balls.
Just a moment. Stop.
The requirement is to shoot 3 balls. So we. To begin with, we had a completely different idea for it. We wanted to do a rotating gun turret, to have one of the motors work off of the base and have it turn and use the ultrasonic sensor to stop whenever something came within a certain distance and then shoot at whatever came in its path. But unfortunately, we just didn't have enough pieces to really create that, and it wouldn't have had the right power that we wanted. So it didn't work out, unfortunately. These are kind of the first initial setups. So initially, this was going to be our base. It was going to rotate around, and the wheel in the back was for stability, just because we figured a lot of the weight would be kind of coming off the back of the ball feeder. And then that was kind of an initial prototype on beneath that, but it didn't really work out, unfortunately, just because a lot of the weight distribution with the CPU unit and the wires, we had tried to set up so that everything would be on top so that the wires wouldn't get spun up around when it was spinning. But just the weight distribution, it was too uneven, it wouldn't really stay straight. So then it came down to piece usage too, so that was the ixnay on the turret idea.
Yeah, so sad.
We kind of changed it up though, started adding gears to it to get it to be more compact and to speed up the wheels to get it to spin faster. Just because the motor itself didn't seem to really be giving us enough power, and the gears really helped speed it up with it. And then it was wobbling a bit too much across the top. The tension as the ball went through was kind of lost because it separated the wheels. So we started brainstorming ideas for a brace across the top, which is right there. And then we had battery issues too, so we replaced it, which definitely helped with the power for it to shoot through. Then we had a couple issues with the gears. Dwayne and I worked a lot on kind of making that work. I kind of had the initial idea, and then Dwayne fine-tuned it really well, and it works very nicely now. We created a bit of a pulley system too, because for the ball feeder, it comes out and hits one of the wheels. The wheel spins it through into the rest of the ball shooter, and we've got the pulley system off to the side here. And then, yeah, we'll have a picture up of the pulley system. First, the ball feeder. Mostly it was designed to be gravity fed, and have it kind of work with the lean of the system, because we have it propped up. So the balls just kind of sit there instead of really having to create too much of a gate system for it to keep the ball from coming through. So having it lean back really helped out with it. And we created a bit of a rail on the front of it to help it to stay a little straighter and to help it shoot further.
Yeah, when it first would come out, it would just kind of plop down out of the front, so we thought that by putting rails, it would help it keep moving ahead. And it did, it made a difference. We experimented with the length of it, we tried adding more on it, but you got so far and then it started kind of going on a slope up, and it became more work for it, and it lost the distance. So this seemed to be about the right length for
So after,
The firing.
so after Ken originally built the ball beater, we found that the balls would just slip out on their own. We needed something to kind of hold them back. So we used these little claws, and that just happened to hold them just perfectly. And then after we got that set up, we mounted a motor on the back of the ball beater, and it does a 180.
Yeah.
Does a 180 degree spin, and it just pops the ball onto the wheel, which projects it just enough through the. It's a perfect beater. And then those claws stop the next one.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we set up a trigger to fire the back mechanism, which is displayed there, and kind of get a better look of it. It's a pretty simple trigger design setup for it. I just have it rotating on a piece and then pulls back and hits the touch sensor, which pretty simple, pretty fun. We've all had a pretty fun time shooting the trigger, which then causes the back arm behind the claws to spin and just pop the ball out, which gets it to shoot when we want it, as opposed to just kind of running it on its own system. So we have a little more control over the ball shooter that way.
Alright, so we originally created a pulley to run the top feeder ball, and it was a single rubber band. It was just the two pulleys and the rubber band. And originally we had it crossed up and without gears to try to reverse the spin, but we found that it was creating too much, like, I think it was probably friction between the extra rubber band. So
Yeah,
we
it's kind of
switched-
knocking the rubber band off the pulley when it spins. It's kind of a problem.
So we changed that up with gears, and then that was working pretty well, but it would lag every once in a while because we were paying the gain of the slip. And then Ken came up with this good idea to pull out the tire from the actual wheel, and we doubled up the pulleys, and that seemed to not slip anymore. Alright, so to finish it up, we decided on our final program. Which will be on the next slide, right? Yeah. Then we added a banner to the top of it. It's a nice little touch. And then we stabilized the third motor with legs because it was kind of a little addition onto it. And we added smaller gears at the bottom of these wheels to spin up the rotation to be able to shoot the ball further. And then after that, we found that once the system was shut off and all the gears kind of clunked together and kind of grind, it wasn't really stopping right, like everyone like it kind of pop off. So we set it to coast, and that allows it to slow down without breaking anything.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It's like the simplest program ever. Tried to make it more complicated, throw in some sensors, but got denied. But
Simple is good.
yeah, I just got this top one set to a timer. It's going to go for, I think we have it set for 30 seconds. And then now it's just a loop that runs the touch, or feeds out the touch sensor to run the pin that pushes the balls through. Not much to it.
Okay, any question? Do you have the more slide? Is- Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Any other question? Yep, thank you.